Remember, emotion always overrides logic and reason when it comes to women. And even if you did explain it to them, and even if you did, lay it out simply, 1 plus 1 equals 2, she would still argue that it was three. Not only because she doesn't want to hear female nature, but she just don't understand, bro. They don't get it. I've explained things. What's going on? What's happening, fellas? Let's get right into it. So, today we're going to discuss why you should never teach women female nature. All right, guys. Now, in the red pill space, this is one of the things that we learn a lot, female nature. All right, guys. And this is one of the things I teach you guys a lot about on my channel, how to understand women, how to communicate with women, and basically why women do the things that they do. All right, guys. But this is a conversation that should only be had between you and the fellas. All right, G. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Even the women who are red pill aware, and even the women who understand the red pill community, you still should not try to red pill women. You still should not try to teach women female nature and help them understand the things that we as men should be understanding about them. All right, fellas, and the reality about it is the red pill is not for everybody. See, a lot of people don't even know what the red pill is. The red pill is not you waking up and just walking away from all women. The red pill is not you walking around calling women 304s, saying you won't date single moms and all this stuff. All right, guys, the red pill is simply intersexual dynamics. All right, fellas, the dynamics between men and women. That's what the red pill is. And understanding the truth about those dynamics classifies you as red pill. All right, guys, but this is the thing. If you have a girlfriend, if you have a woman that you're dating, if you have a wife, you should never try to teach this woman female nature, bro. All right, guys, the red pill isn't for everyone. The red pill isn't even for a lot of blue pill men. Fellas, there's a lot of guys that don't want to hear the red pill. There's a lot of guys that don't want the truth. They don't want to understand the truth about women. See, what the red pill is uncomfortable truth. All right, guys. And I used to call a red pill just the truth, but really I'm starting to realize that it's an uncomfortable truth because most people do not want to hear the red pill. Most people do not want to even listen to red pill information, guys. Most people, even when they hear red pill information, they run. They don't want to hear it, G. All right, fellas. So there's two people that you shouldn't be talking to about female nature in the red pill. And that's women and that's beta men who refuse to open their eyes and see the truth. Now, one of the ways I see a lot of guys messing up with this female nature thing in women is a lot of guys try to call out their girl when she's shit testing them. All right, fellas, this is a rule that I've told you guys many times before. You never call a woman out when she's shit testing you. All right, fellas, never. Like if a woman is actively shit testing you, whatever the shit test is, whether it's passive or aggressive, whether she's complaining about something that doesn't make sense, or whether she's accusing you of cheating, or whether she's trying to set boundaries on you out of nowhere, regardless, fellas, you do not call this woman out. All right, fellas, you just simply play the game. All right, fellas. But what a lot of guys do is they get red pilled, they understand female nature, and then they feel like they have to let their woman know that they understand. Then they think in some kind of way that's gonna make her stop shit testing you. Bro, female nature is what it is. If you really understand female nature, all right, guys, you understand that emotion always overrides logic and reasoning. All right, and not always, but in most cases, all right, guys, with women, because of their nature, their emotions usually override logic and reason. So if you try to explain to her, yes, I can see you shit testing me, can you stop? Bro, her emotions are already involved. Logically, if you tell a man, all right, bro, I see you trying to test me, he's not gonna keep up with his emotions. Y'all either gonna get to the point, y'all gonna fight, or y'all gonna figure it out. Both with women, guys, the more you let her know that you know she's shit testing you, the more the shit test will ramp up. All right, guys, you never call a woman out on shit tests because they will never really admit that they're shit testing you. Never. Because the reality about it, because of their nature, and most times, G, they don't even know that they're shit testing you. Yes, if they disrespect you, they know they're doing that, but they don't know that they're shit testing you. So what's the point in calling them out? And that leads me to my next point. All right, fellas, female nature is not meant for women to understand. All right, guys, we live in a day and age now where information is everywhere. There's podcasts, there's YouTube channels, there's all this stuff that's just spewing out this information. There's a lot of men who try to convince women to be or act a certain way. All right, guys, the things that we learn inside the red pill community, the things that we learn about female nature, the things that we as men learn about intersexual dynamic, this is not meant to discuss with women. All right, fellas, there's a thing called giving up the game. All right, and there's also a thing called bro code. All right, G, you cannot give up the game to women. All right, guys, because when you tell your women, I know you shit testing me, and when you tell your woman these things and you call her out, you messing up the game, G. You can't play the game. You know, now you done put all your cards on the table. Now she know you've been listening to KD and all this red pill content. Now you messed up. All right, you can't win like that. All right, fellas, if you want to talk about female nature, if you got some stuff you got to get off your chest about female nature, if you're upset with female nature, you talk to other men. You get in red pill communities. You discuss this with other red pill men. All right, fellas, because trying to get your woman to understand because you think that's gonna make her a better woman or that's gonna make her act right, gee, you are lost. All right, fellas, that is not gonna change her behavior. There's a reason why it's called female nature. All right, fellas. Now, if your girl like acting up and doing all this stuff, that's just her being a bad person. All right, fellas. But if she's doing things like shit testing you and being emotional and just being a woman, gee, don't call her out about it. All right. Now, if you got to check her on something specific, that's fine. But you don't call her out, letting her know, I understand female nature. I know what you're doing. I know you're shit testing me. Fellas, that is the wrong thing to do. All right, fellas. What that's gonna really do is just make her lose all attraction for you. All right, because women don't want to know that you know the game. All right, yeah, they probably know that you deal with women and you good with women and all that, but they don't want you to actively tell them verbatim, I know you playing the game. You know, just play the game, G. Play the game like a G. And even if you told women about female nature, and even if you pulled your girl aside and spent 3 hours with her, educating her on the red pill, educating her on female nature, bro, not only does she not want to hear it, but she will not understand. All right, fellas. If you guys ever watch the Fresh and Fit podcast, and if you watch Fresh and Fit talk to all these women every single, I don't know how many nights a week they do it, but whatever nights a week they do it, they talk to about 10 to 12, maybe 15 women every single night. And if you notice, every single show, when Myron or Fresh explains a point that has to do with female nature, just watch all the women's faces on the panel. They don't get it. You know, sometimes there's a few women, a small contingent amount of women who actually get it and they're just playing dumb just to agree with every other woman at the table, bro. But for the most part, bro, these women don't understand. All right. And even if they did understand, remember, emotion always overrides logic and reason when it comes to women. And even if you did explain it to them, and even if you did, lay it out simply, 1 + 1 = 2, she would still argue that it was three. Not only because she doesn't want to hear female nature, but she just don't understand, bro. They don't get it. I've explained things in my past, bro, and I've messed up a lot of times in my past. I've explained female nature and the red pill to women, and it was like I was talking to a brick wall. All right, it's not meant for them to understand. Okay, guys, it is only meant for you to understand and you to adjust and play the game correctly. All right, fellas. And when I say play the game, I don't mean playing games. All right, I mean play the game, play the intersexual social dynamic. All right, understand that when a woman says something, 9 times out of 10, she don't really mean that. Okay, and you can't change this. All women are like this, whether they're masculine, whether they're feminine, whether they're a Democrat, whether they're Republican, whether they're feminist, whether they're whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. All women are like this. Okay, all women have female nature. Okay, guys, but you must just play the game, G. Just play the game. I am telling you, for all you guys who have tried to spend time convincing a woman or explaining to a woman or trying to educate a game up a woman on female nature, I am sure you walked out of that conversation highly frustrated, irritated, annoyed, and just like, bro, are you dumb? That's the feeling you have when you walk out of that conversation because it's not meant for them to know. If you have a red pill conversation with a man and you trying to educate him, either two things gonna happen. Either he's gonna be like, damn, that makes sense. It sucks, but it makes sense. Or he's gonna be like, no, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You're narcissistic, you're a misogynist, and yeah. You know what I mean? It is what it is, all right? But 100% females will not get it. Even the females who get it, All right, even the females who get it, when it came down to it in real life situations, it goes out the window. All right, fellas, when emotion is present, logic and reason goes out the window. So never, fellas, last point. All right, guys, just to reiterate, never try to explain female nature to a woman. Never try to educate a woman on female nature. Never try to put her on a red pill. All right, guys. If a woman actually becomes red pilled, you want to let it happen organically by her watching you or following you or going her own way and learning for herself. But you, as her boyfriend, as her long term relationship, as her husband, that is not your job to explain it to her, G. It is never your job to explain to. All right, fellas. But I appreciate you guys for watching today. All right, fellas, it's your boy KD. Here's a video right here about why women lie and why women cheat. Something you guys definitely need to know. All right, guys, about the red pill. It's your boy KD. We out of here, baby.